Hey, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ross and today we are going to continue on this nice build that we have already been constructing. So this is the build that we are going to make. This is without all the nature around it and it looks amazing. And we are going to continue on making this build. So in the last part we ended up making basically the whole structure. We made these corners and everything, but we didn't do the glass yet, or I mean like the grid patterns and all the details, as well as the balconies, and we also have to do the roof. So that's the part that we are going to make in this video. Basically, we're just going to finish this building right here. So let's not wait any longer and let's just continue with this build. So the next step will be that we are going to place the doors. And first of all, we have to do a little bit different over here. Something different. First of all, we need some smooth sandstone, and what we are going to do is we are going to place smooth sandstone, 5 of them in a row like this against the gray concrete. Then another row of those as well like this. So over here you will have a space, and also over here you don't have to fill those in because there will be something different in those places, and there will be a balcony which will come later. But first of all, we are going to make the door over here and also a door over here, because this is now one big window, but there should actually be a door over here. But let's first start with the front. So of course we have this gray border of the gray concrete, and obviously here there will be glass. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to place glass, and the easiest thing to do is just fill it in completely and then break down where you want the door to be. So for example, I have filled it in right now over here, and we want a door of 3 high. So 1, 2, and 3 like this. And this will be the front door. It's very simple. This will be the front door, just 1 block wide. So to make a fake door of glass, what I like to use is gray stained glass paints, or the glass paints of the color of the glass that we use. And in this case, we are going to place 1, 2, and 3 on the right side like this. And then 1 and 2 like this, and then on between those two we place a birch fence like this. So now it looks like there's actually a door that is opened up. We're gonna leave that for now, and we go to that big window over here on the left side of the house, and also here there will be a door. Now this window is centered on 1 block, meaning that if you go to the center of this window, it is only 1 block and not 2. That means that we have to make an opening of 3 blocks wide. So find the middle one, which is this, and we break 3 blocks upwards like this. And then on both sides of this hole, we are going to make it a little bit bigger. So we break these 3 and also these 3 like this. And in contrast with the front door, we are actually making this 4 high. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 high. So now we have a gap of 3 wide and 4 high like this. Then we also are going to make some doors in here, and instead of placing the doors over here, we're actually going to place the glass panes in the inside of the doorway like this. So I'll do on both sides a row of glass stained panes like this. Then we go out by 1 glass pane, we skip this one, and we place 2 glass panes like this. And we do this on the other side as well, so the bottom one, and then only on the top 2 of them, and of course the birch fence in both of these pockets, which will be the door handle. So now we have a nice opening, or a nice door right here in this glass window, and we have the front door. So what about the back door? Let's go to the back of the building over here. And of course we have this gray border again, and that makes it very clear where the window will be. So just fill this in with the gray stained glass all the way to the top like this. And this window is actually centered on 2 blocks instead of 1. So we are going to break 2 blocks like this, and then make it 3 high like this. Then we are going to place doors, and what we are going to do is the exact same thing with the glass panes. And this time we are going to make it on the inside. So place 3 gray stained glass panes like this. Then we go out by the glass stained paints, a full row of those, and then only the bottom one and the top one like this, and also a birch fence as the door handle. And there you go, you have a door. You can also do it one back if you like, but maybe this looks a little bit better, so that's completely up to you. So now we are going back to the front of the house, and what we are going to make is the actual balcony over here, the small balcony. So we already started a little bit with these blocks over here. What we are going to do is we are going to take the smooth sandstone blocks and we place 1, 2 and 3 smooth sandstone blocks like this. So over here you will have one space, and on this side as well, if you did that right. And in these two pockets we are placing an upside down sandstone, smooth sandstone stair like this, and on this side as well. Then on both of these sides we will place a smooth sandstone stair upside down like this. So this one will face like this, and the other one on this side will face the other way, just like this. Then right in the middle we place an upside down stair like this, and then we place 2 upside down stairs next to each other or on both sides, and this one will be in a corner, so over here as well. So you have to look a little bit from the back, and then you can place it in a corner way like this. And if you did that right, then you should have a balcony looking like this. Later down the line we will do the railing or the fence basically, but first let's do the other side. First of all, we are going to use the smooth sandstone blocks, and we are actually making this into a full block. So I kinda did that wrong, so this should not be all slabs but one full block on both sides like this. Then we go to this gray concrete line over here, and we are going to place smooth sandstone blocks like this, 4 of them, and another row of 4. And then we go from this gray concrete block over here, so right where the window ends, and go all the way to the other side where also the window ends, so over here. So we have a little space over here and on the other side as well. Then we go to one of these sides and we skip the first 2 blocks and we place another sandstone block like this, go all the way to the other side, and then also you should leave 2 blocks like this. So now we are slowly starting to make a kind of a bend or a round shape. And we do this one more time. So we skip 2 blocks and we place 1 smooth sandstone block and we go all the way to the other side. And you should also skip 2 blocks over here. So if you did that right, you should have 2 blocks, then a step up, 2 blocks, and then a step up, and then all the way to the other side. Same story over there. So if you did that right, you should have this. Then we take the smooth sandstone stairs and we are going to place a normal stairs, just normal like this, on this side, and on top of that a cut sandstone slab. So we are continuing this kind of shape all the way around till here. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So smooth sandstone stair, normal, not upside down, and then the cut sandstone slab on top like this. So now we have filled in these 2 little gaps. And now this is very simple. We are going to use the smooth sandstone stair and we are going to place them upside down and go all the way to the other side. So we start over here. We place upside down stairs like this, and then go around and go around, and then all the way to the other side. Make a corner, go around like this, and then we end up with a normal upside down stair like this. And if you did that right, then you should have ended up with this. And now we have a nice round big balcony. And yet again we will place the fence later down the line on top of here. So a little bit of detail work back here at the back door. First of all, let's place some smooth sandstone blocks. Then we go to this pillar over here and we go to the most outer block, which is this one. And we place 2 blocks like this with a smooth sandstone slab on the last one over here like this. And of course we are going to do that on the other side as well. So 2 blocks like this sticking out and a smooth sandstone block on top of there. Then we take some smooth quartz blocks. So we don't use a lot of quartz, but in some places we use a little bit of quartz. And over here we will place a few quartz blocks like this, another row, and another row like this between these 2 sandstone blocks that we just placed. And then on the last one we place some slabs, some smooth quartz slabs, and that gives you a stair. So now we can actually go into this door over here. Going to the front of the house, we are going to use the same design what we used back there, but then over here. And at this time, when we go to these 2 pillars, we are going to the inner block. So not the outer block, but the inner block. On both sides we stick out 2 smooth sandstone blocks like this, and 1 smooth sandstone slab on the back one like this. And in this case, we only place one row of normal quartz blocks like this. And then some smooth quartz slabs, and we place them in front of that like this. And now we have a stairway going up to the front door. So basically I will finish this bottom part first, and then we go to the top. And we now get to the detail work of the bottom layer, which is all the grid patterns in the windows and all the little details going around. So first let's start with the smooth sandstone stairs. And what we are going to do is we go to all of these pillars and basically give them a little bit of detail around here on the bottom. So first let's use the smooth sandstone stairs, and we place one normal over here, go around, place another one like this in a corner, and this one will be in a corner like this. So if you did that right, it should look like this. And on the other side we will do this as well. So this is the front door, by the way, and we are going to do this as well on the other side. So make a corner like this around the pillar, and then one will be in the corner like this against the glass. So if you did that right, it should look like this. Then we go to this pillar over here, and what we are going to do is we are going to place a stair like this, which is pretty weird, but you will see why. And on the other side over here as well, a stair like this, facing like this. And then we are going to connect these stairs by just normal stairs, place them around. And as you can see, this one will become a corner stair, and this one as well. So this one will not go to the glass, and on this side as well, it won't go all the way to the glass, just like this. And if you did it right, it should then end up looking like this. So this same design will go to this pillar over here. So we skip this pillar, we will do this pillar later, but first let's make the exact same design over here. Meaning that one stair will be placed like this and go around, and the other stair will be placed like this, and then connect them up, and you get this. So now we have a corner stair over here, and we have a corner stair on this side as well, not going all the way to the glass. So if you did that right, it looks like this. Now this one will be a bit different. First of all, we will do the exact same thing on this side. So we place a stair like this, just for symmetry. So if you did that right, you place another stair next to it, you have symmetry. So you have a corner stair over here and on the other side as well. So that looks great. Now this one will go all the way to the glass, just like we did with this one over here. So this one will go all the way to the glass, and you guessed it, this last one will also be a corner stair in this pretty tricky place, but you have to place it like this. And then as you can see, this one is a corner stair going against the glass like this. So if you did that right, you should end up with this design. Now we go to the last side, and this one is actually pretty easy because this corner pillar over here is exactly the same as all the other corners. So again, we place a stair like this, we go to the other side, place a stair like this, and then go all the way around like this. And then to make symmetry, we are going to do this on the other side as well. On this pillar over here, place a stair like this. Then we place a stair next to it, go around the corner, and this time just a stair going against this smooth sandstone block like this. And you end up with a nice detail around every pillar like so, and it looks absolutely amazing. So now we are going to place some detail work underneath this ridge over here, or this line over here. And we are going to use smooth sandstone stairs and some sandstone walls. And the easiest thing to start with is this corner on the left over here. What we are going to do is we are going to place a sandstone wall over here on this side and on this side, right in the corner block over here. So this sandstone wall will be connected to the smooth sandstone block on top, and that counts for this one as well. Then an upside down stair next to it and on the other side as well. So that will be the detail work for all these corner pillars. So that means that that will be the same design over here. So one more time, two sandstone walls over here and an upside down stairs on both sides. We are going to do this on this one as well. So the two walls on both sides like this, and a smooth sandstone stair upside down like this. Not on this one, because this one is too close to the actual the balcony. So this one will be a little bit different. Basically, we start off the same. So we place a sandstone wall on this side and on this side, but we won't do an upside down stair over here because that looks a bit weird. So we are not going to place any upside down stair over on this side, on the front door side, but on the other side we will. So we are going to place a upside down stair on this side. Then to make it symmetrical, we have a nice sandstone wall on this side, and then we should do one on the other side as well. Just one sandstone wall right here underneath this block over here. And then you have a nice symmetrical doorway basically. We are not going around this or anything, so this will be this, and then the front is done. Then over here we have this big window on this side, and we also want symmetry, and we basically want this design on this side as well. So we start with an upside down stairs just like the other side. Then we place one sandstone wall next to it, and that's it. We are not going to place anything around that corner, just one sandstone wall. Now this is nice and symmetrical. If we will place anything over there, then this window will have a really weird shape, and I don't want that, so we are going to leave it like this. Now going all the way to the other side, so on the right side of the house, we want basically the same thing that we did on the other side. So basically we want symmetry, so what we have over here should also come over here. So first we have an upside down stair, that's what we start with. And then a sandstone wall next to it, just like the other side, like this. And again, we are not going to place anything in this corner because first of all, that will block off this light. And second, that will give this window a weird look. So we are going to leave it like this. Going to this big balcony over here, it should have some support. Now it really floats a lot. So to give it some kind of support or make it look like it is supported, we are going to use some cut sandstone blocks. So this block over here, the cut sandstone, and on both of these pillars on the inside, so the most inner block, this one and also this one, we place a full cut sandstone block, and against that a cut sandstone slab like this on both sides. And now it looks like it is actually held up by something, so it doesn't really look like it is floating. Now what I'm going to do right now is completely up to you if you want that. It's just a little bit of extra design, but you don't have to. So you can choose whatever design you want underneath here. But what I did is basically I broke blocks like this. So 2 blocks over here and then all the way to like maybe here. And then replace them with these smooth sandstone slabs. And then you get this really cool like indent, and that maybe gives a little bit of extra detail. You can also do it over here, so 2 blocks and then just fill them in with smooth sandstone slabs over here as well, just to give it a little bit of extra detail. You can also do a different shape if you want. It's completely up to you, but maybe this looks pretty cool when you walk underneath it. From the side you won't really notice it at all, but it's just a little bit of extra detail, if you like that or not. So you can also place some extra end rods if you want some lights at the door, for example over here. That maybe looks pretty good. So yeah, that's basically all the detail work of the sandstone blocks, all on the bottom layer. Now we should actually make the grid pattern in the glass. And I guess we should start at the front door. First of all, we go into the house and we have this white line out here, and we should do that on the other side as well. So we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 smooth quartz blocks like this, and up here above this glass as well some smooth quartz over here like this. So now we have a nice border, and basically what we are going to do is we are going to make a grid pattern into this glass. And to give it some extra detail, first let's start with some chains, and the outer chains will always be horizontal. So all the chains on the outside will be horizontal like this. And when we place chains on the inside, they will be vertical. It's just what I chose. You can also turn it around. It doesn't really matter. But first, let's start on the front door. And what I did is we skip this block. We go to the next one and we place 2 chains like this. Now on this side, we cannot place 2 chains, but we can place 1 chain. So we will do that as well, like so, on the same level. Then we are going to count from the top, and we skip one block and we place a chain on the second block, and we go all the way across to the other side like so. You're gonna need a lot of chains for all these windows, so make sure you have a lot of chains. Now we are going to the inside, and what we are going to do is we are going to place some chains on the inside, and as I said, we are going to place some vertical. So first, let's start in these two corners. So we are going to place a chain over here in this corner and in this corner, and we are going upwards until you hit the smooth quartz. And we are going to do this on the other side as well, like so. Then we're taking the dark oak trapdoors, and this will be a like a thicker line around the actual doorway, and we will do this on every door. But first, let's start over here. We are going to place a trapdoor like facing this way, so if you open it up, it will be flush with this glass block, as you can see. And we are going to do this on the other side as well, like so. And then we are going to do this all the way to the top. So we are going to place a few more of these. So if you hold shift and space at the same time when you're in creative, or just shift, you can then place a few more of these on top of each other. And then if you place them right, and I did not place this right, so I have to do this again, like so. If you then open them up like this, then they go all the way up to this smooth quartz, and they are flush with this glass block, and we are going to do this on this side as well. So place a few more like so, open them up, and if you did that right, you should then have 2 rows of these trapdoors flush with this glass over here. And then over here at this glass block, we will place one of these trapdoors on the top side of this block. So this is a full block. Don't mind that it is sand. Just imagine this is glass, and we are going to place a trapdoor over here on this block over here. So not up here, but on this block, on the top side of that block. And this should be glass, like so. And now we have a nice grid pattern in this window from the outside. It looks very cool. As soon as you have the nice inside of your house, you will really see this grid pattern into this window. Right now it's just empty over here, and here we have some detail work. So we are going to do this detail work on this side as well, on this window. So for this window, we will place chains on this level and on this level. So we skip this stair, place one chain on this block over here. And as I said, outside will be horizontal. So one over here, one right above it. Then we go count from all the way from the top. We skip this first block and we place one chain on the second block like this. So between these 2 chains, there will be 1 block space. And we are going to bring these 3 chains all the way to the other side. If you did that right, it then should look like this. And we go to the inside to make the vertical ones. So we go to the inside, and I must mention that this is completely up to you how you want the grid pattern to be. This is just what I chose, so you don't have to follow this, but if you like a different kind of grid pattern in your glass, then that's totally up to you. So first what I did is we are going to skip from both sides 1 block, and we place a chain like this. So vertical, from the ground up to the top basically. So we skip this block, and we are going to do this on this side as well. So we skip this first block and we place a chain on the second one like this. Then we place a chain right next to it, and we do this for this chain as well, right next to it. And then right in the middle. So we have 1 space over here and 1 space over here. And now these 2 chains and these 2 chains, so these 4 chains will go all the way to the top. First, to make that happen, we need some smooth quartz. And what I like to do is make a border around this window. So what we do is we use the smooth quartz blocks, and we go around the window like so. So you can just go around the window. Over here, we are going just across like this, and we go down over here. So if you did that right, then you have this design over here. You can fill in these corner blocks if you like so. So if you did that right, you have this design. Then again, go to the chains, and we are going up all the way against this smooth quartz block. And we are going to do this for this chain, not this middle one, and these 2 chains. So these 2 chains and these 2 chains, again, not the middle one, go all the way to these smooth quartz blocks. So if you did that right, you should have this. Now what for the middle one? The middle one will not go all the way to the top. So this one will be 5 chains high. So this is chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from the outside, if you look from a distance, as you can see, this chain will nicely line up with this one, and you get this really cool grid pattern in your window. From the outside, it has the same effect. And yeah, you especially if you stand down here, you can see that they are almost touching each other and making this really cool grid pattern in the window, which looks absolutely amazing. So that's why this one is not going all the way to the top. But again, you can choose whatever you want. You don't have to follow this exact pattern. It's all the way up to you. So then we are going to this window over here, and we also are going to make this grid pattern. So again, on the outside will be horizontal and from the inside will be vertical. And we are basically going to use this same layout of the horizontal chains. And we are going to do this on this side as well. So from down, we are going to count 1 block up. So not this one, but over here, we are going to place chains and 1 above. And from at the top, we are going to count 1 downwards and place 1 chain like this. So just like on this side, we are going to do this on this side as well. But as you can see, there is a door in the way, so we are only going to place 1, 2, and 3 chains over here until you hit the door. And we are going to do this on this side as well. And obviously on the other side as well. So do the exact same design, like so. This one can go all the way across. So just go with the chains all the way across like this. And there we go, that's the outside. So now the inside, and what we are going to do is a little bit different. First of all, we are going to skip this corner block and we go to the next one. And we are going to do this on this side as well. So not this one, but one next to it. And go all the way up till we hit the actual, the smoothed quartz. Like so. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. Like so. And then we are going to use the dark oak trapdoors just like we did on this door. We are going to do this on this door as well. So what we are going to do is place a trapdoor over here on this block. And also a trapdoor over here facing that way. So if you open them up, it is flush with this glass block over here. As you can see, it's flush with this glass block and on this side as well. Then we go up all the way to the smooth quartz block. So go all the way up till you cannot go any further, like so. And then open them up like this. And of course, we are going to do this on this side as well. All the way up till you hit the smooth quartz. And then like this. Then again, we have 2 blocks over here. And just what we did over here, we are going to the second block. So this one just above the door. And we are going to place a trapdoor on this block over here. So not on this block, but on this block, the top side of this block. And we go across like this. And there you go. Now we have a nice line going around the door. From the outside, it looks like the door is a little bit bigger than the door actually is, because you cannot really see the glass. And that gives a really cool effect. So yeah, that works very, very well. This window is completely done. And now we have this big window over here. So first thing what we are going to do is we use the smooth quartz stair. And we go up the window over here all the way to the top. And we are going to place a upside down sandstone stair like this. And one on the other side as well. So now when you look at it, it has a little bit of an arch. Then we are going to use the trapdoors, the dark oak trapdoors. And this is the only place where we actually are going to use dark oak trapdoors, on the outside of the building. One more place actually, but that will not be at the window. So over here, what we are going to do is we are going 1 block down from this stair. And then on the bottom of this block, we are going to place a trapdoor like this. So not on this block over here, but on this block, on the bottom of this block. And then we go across with these trapdoors all the way to the end like this. Then we are going to take the chains, and you can do this 2 ways. You can go from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top, doesn't really matter. Let's just go from the top towards the bottom. And what we are going to do is we are skipping this block and we place a chain on this block. Then we skip 1 block and place a chain. Then we skip one block and we place a chain. Then we skip one block again, place a chain, and then one more block that we skip and then place a chain, and that will be against this cut sandstone. So you can also go the other way around by skipping a block, placing a chain, and do the exact same thing. And all these chains should go across to the other side. So if you did that right, and then should end up looking like this. Then we are going to the inside of this window. So the first thing that you can do, and that's totally up to you, is of course we use the smooth quartz, but you can also choose a different block because that will be your inside wall color. So you can also choose a completely different color if you like, but you can choose to go with smooth quartz, and you can place that over here and go all the way to the top if you like to do that. But for now, I will leave it like this. First of all, we are going to the top of this window, and we are going to place some smooth quartz on top of that. Again, you can change it with another color. Then what we are going to do is we are going to use dark oak fence, and we are going to place it right in the middle of this window. So this is right in the middle of the window, and we're going to place one of these fences. Then a dark oak stair, and we place it upside down right underneath this fence. And then we are going to place a dark oak upside down stair on the side of it like this, so it is going in a corner, and over here as well. So you look from this side, and then as you can see, it will become a corner. Then we use the dark oak trapdoors, and we are going to place a trapdoor over here. So not over here, as you can see. So not flush with the actual stair, but one up like this. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So now we have a nice effect in this window, especially from the outside. That looks very, very cool. It is hard to see, but as you can see, you have a little bit of extra detail from the inside, and that looks very cool. Then we are going to use the chains, just like we did with all the other windows. They will be vertical. And we are going to place a chain over on this block and one next to it. Then we skip the middle one and we place two chains on the other blocks. And these chains will go all the way up until you hit those stairs. So we go all the way up. And as you can see, we cannot go any further than this stair. And we are going to do this with this chain as well. So you can go all the way up to the top until you can't go any further. You can place one chain over here if you like. That's up to you, but I suggest not to do that because that looks a little bit better from the outside. Then you do this exact same thing with these two chains over here all the way to this level. And great, that looks absolutely amazing. So now we have done the big window and we go around and we go to this window over here down here. So again, we are going to use the horizontals on the outside, and we are going to use the same pattern that we use on this window and the window back there on this window over here. So basically we skip the first block, place a chain over here, place a chain just above it, and then from the top we skip this block and we place a chain over here. So between these two chains there is one block of space, and all these chains should go to the other side. That looks great. Now we go to the inside, just like all the other windows. Again, you can choose to do any kind of wall color if you like. So I will use white for this time. And you can go across like this. It will be a bit weird over here, as you can see. And that's just because this one window is going all the way to the top. So maybe you have to change this a little bit up for a, for example, a slab or something. I suggest leaving it like this and then make a stairway or something like that in this window. You can also just go across in front of the window. It doesn't really matter because from the outside it still looks great. It's just that from the inside it is maybe a little bit wonky in that case. But let's keep it this for now. And what we are going to do is we are going to use chains again. One chain is already in this place, in this corner, and we are going to place a chain next to it. We skip this block, the middle block, and we place two chains on this side as well. So in this corner and one over here, and of course two over here, and then in the middle, no chains at all. And this will go all the way till you hit the smooth quartz, like with all the other windows. And if you did that right, it should look like this. And because this window is exactly the same as this window over here, because it's symmetrical, just do the exact same design on this window as well. And if you did that right, then you should have these two windows looking like this, and that looks amazing. So now we have this doorway to do. So we are going to start on the outside, and again, these will be horizontal. And because this doorway is actually one block up, we are going to do the chains a little bit different, or I mean on different spots than this window, for example. So one chain will be on this bottom block, then we skip this block, we place a chain over here and another chain like this. And we do this on the other side as well. So one chain on the bottom, we skip one block, then a chain, another chain on top, and then as you can see, we have one space up here. This chain will go all across like so. These cannot go any further because of course of the door, so just keep them like this. And that's the outside done. Then we go to the inside, and what I suggest doing is like this. I did a border over here with the white blocks with the smooth quartz, and we can do this over here as well, so you can go all the way around this doorway like so if you like to. And again, this is your indoor color, so you can also choose to do it in different color, but again, I'm using smooth quartz for this, so you don't have to. But we are going to do the dark oak trapdoors just like we did with all the other doors. So flush with these glass blocks, we are going to place a trapdoor facing this way and on this side facing that way. So if you open them up, it is flush with this glass block. As you can see, it's flush with the glass block. And for this one as well, flush with this block over here. And we go all the way up to the top until we hit the smooth quartz again. So it's a bit hard to place them, but if you then look from this side and you place them on top of each other, then you should be fine. And then you can open them up like so. Then we are going to use the chains, and we are going to place one chain over here and one next to it. Then we are going to place one more chain on both of these, so one more down like this. And then dark oak trapdoors right underneath these two chains, like so. So that gives a cool design from this side, and it also gives a nice doorway from the outside that looks like this. And that looks very cool. So now we have one side left with the windows down here. And let's first start with this window over here. First of all, we are going to use the same design on the outside on this window as well. Meaning that again, we are going to skip the first block and we place a chain over here. A chain right above that. We skip one block and we place a chain over here. So from the top, we skip the first block and then the chain. So you have this design, and we go all the way across, of course, like all the other windows. Just go all the way across with these chains. So if you did that right, it should look like this. Then we go to the inside. We already have a chain in this corner, meaning that we have to make a chain on this side as well to make it symmetrical. So place a chain on this corner all the way to the smooth quartz. And then we place one chain in the middle. So we skip one block on both sides, as you can see, and then a chain right in the middle. This one, however, will not go all the way to the top, just like this chain over here. So we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chains, and there is one block gap over here. As you can see, there can be one block in between. So that's the space that should be left. And there you go. From the outside, that gives a really cool effect again. And that looks great. So now we have only this window left. Again, we are going to use the same design from this window over here. The only difference is there is already a block or a line of blocks over here. So that means that this chain over here, we are not going to place. So we are not going to place a chain over here, but one above. So skip this block. We place one chain over here. Then we skip a block and we place one chain above that. So as you can see, this chain is in line with this chain, and this chain is in line with this chain. And those will go all the way across like this. Now this window is actually centered on 2 blocks, which is normally not the case. So from the inside it's a little bit different. So for the smooth quartz, I'm just gonna place a line of smooth quartz above the window like this, but not on this side or on this side. You could do it on this side, I guess. That's not really a problem. But over here it gets a bit in a problem because it is basically covering up part of this window over here. And from the outside that doesn't really look that great. So I suggest just leave it like this. So yeah, you will see some gray concrete, but basically that's only in the doorway and you won't really notice it anywhere else. So that's the only downside for this corner. But otherwise we had some other issues if we did it different. So that's why sadly we have this line of gray concrete that is actually visible. But that's the only line of gray concrete that is visible. Then because this window is raised up by one block, we should also place a block down here. This can be your floor, so you can also choose to make it wood or anything, but for this video reason I will just keep it on smooth quartz. So you can change it in any floor design you like, but for now I will use smooth quartz. Now again, this window is centered on 2 blocks, which is pretty irritating honestly. So we're going to find the 2 middle blocks, which are these 2 blocks. That's exactly the center of this window. Then we are going to place 1 chain. So we have these 2 blocks. We skip these 2 blocks and we place a chain on this side and on this side. So again, these are the middle blocks of the window. Then we place a chain on this side and on this side. And 1 right next to it on both sides like this. And these 4 chains will go all the way to the smooth quartz again, just like all the other windows. So if you did that right, it then should end up looking like this. And that looks amazing. And now we have all the windows down here done. So for the flooring, that's totally up to you. This grass is actually your floor and you have to make a stair going up to this door and a stair going up to this door, just like the stair on the outside. But that's completely up to you. You can make a big plateau if you want. But yeah, that's completely up to you. So I'm not gonna show you how to do that because I think everybody will do it in a little bit different. For this video purpose, I will leave it like this. So we are going to the outside and we are going to use the dark oak trapdoors, and we are actually going to use them outside of the house, which is, as I said, we won't really do that a lot, but in this case we have to use them, and we are going to use them in this little space over here. But in my opinion, I think it looks very cool. So we are going to use the dark trapdoors and the dark oak trapdoors, and we are going to place 1 on the ground, and we're just going to stack them. So just hold shift and place the trapdoors on top of each other like this, and just go all the way to the top like so till you cannot go any further like this. And that gives just a little bit of modern detail, I guess, to this building, and that looks great. Let's now try to finish this balcony with some iron bars and chains and some gray carpet. We are going to make the railing for this. So use iron bars first, and we are going to place iron bars on both sides of this opening. There will be a door, which we will make later. So place iron bars over here on this block and on this one. Then we go chains, iron bar, chains in the middle, iron bar, and chains like this to make it nice and symmetrical. And then we go place gray carpet right on top of that, on all of these iron bars and these chains like this. And now we have a nice balcony like so, and that looks great. We are going to do this for the balcony on the back as well. And again, we are going to start with the iron bar. So start from one side, and we are going to place an iron bar against this block over here, then a chain, then 2 iron bars like this to get this design, then a chain in this corner, then 2 iron bars, and then 2 chains. So normally I would say 1 chain, but in this case 2 chains, an iron bar and an iron bar like this. Because this balcony is centered on 2 blocks, which is very annoying, but sadly that's the case. So that's why we have 2 chains next to each other instead of the 1 chain. So this design is the same design on this side as well. So first of all, we start with an iron bar, then a chain on this corner, 2 iron bars like this, a chain in this corner, 2 iron bars and 2 chains, and then it is finished. And of course on all of these should be gray carpet. And if you did that right, then we have finished this balcony as well. And that looks great. So now we are going to work on these windows over here. So let's first start with the grey concrete because we need that. And what we are going to do is we are going to do these two big windows and we are going to place a row of concrete, grey concrete, right behind this window over here and behind this window over here, just like we did down there. And again, in this corner you don't have to place any grey concrete. So you can choose to use the smooth quartz or any color that you use for your walls and actually go up and go around. So you can also choose to just keep on going with the same color and go around the window like so and like this, and then go downwards like so. So that's something you can do if you want. And let's just use some smooth quartz and actually fill this corner as well. I said that I wouldn't do that, but let's just do it to make it a little bit more finished like this. So we have to do this with these two windows over here, but also with this window and with this these three windows actually. So first of all, the grey concrete, and the grey concrete will be underneath this window, so over here. You don't have to place any grey concrete in this corner because there is already a chain going, so you don't really need that. And we are going to place grey concrete just underneath the opening. So again, not in the corners, but just underneath the window itself. And on this side as well, so you don't have to place any grey concrete in this corner. And then from this block all the way across like this, behind this window as well. So if you did that right, it then should look like this. And let's just finish it up with some smooth quartz and go around, or any color that you use for your inside of your house. And you can continue that color, go across and go over the top of the window like this. And you can do this on this side as well. So just go across like so, and go make the corner and go down like so. Like this, just like we did down here. And you can do this with this window as well. But again, because this window is a bit weird, we are only going to place smooth quartz, go around like this and like so. And will not go down over here. We can go across over here above this doorway. That will be later doorway. And we can go down over here if you want, like this. And for this doorway, we can also use the smooth quartz and just go over this doorway and go across and go downwards like this to finish that up. So this will be the wall color, and in this case it is white. So now we have done that, we are going to place the glass. And again, we are going to do this in the same fashion as down here. So within this ridge over here, or within this like border of grey concrete, we are going to place glass. So we are going to place glass in this window, in this window. Over here there is already glass. Over in this window, in this window, this one will be a doorway. Then also in this window and in this window. And again, this will be a doorway, so we are not gonna place any glass over here yet. So just fill in these spaces with glass. So if you've done that, it should look like this. Now we have all the windows done. Of course not the doorways, but that looks great. And we are going to straight up do the grid patterns because, well, they are actually pretty easy because you can just easily copy these from down here and actually place them on top of here. So we can just copy and paste this grid pattern of the chains up here. Now for this window it will be a little bit different because of course we don't need a door over here. So this window is exactly the same size as this window. So we are going to use the same grid pattern on this window as well. But you can just basically copy all these grid patterns from down here up here because all the windows are exactly the same. So you can just easily copy all the chains from down here and place them up here. It's very easy, so do that with all these windows. I will help you out with one window over here for this one. These windows are a little bit different because we have slabs down here. And I will count this as block 1. and we skip block 1 and we place on block 2 a chain like this. Then we go above and place a chain right above that. Then we skip this block and we place a chain above that. And as you can see, we have one block space up here. And then go across with these chains to the other side. And if you did that right, it looks like this. Then go to the inside. And we are going to copy this grid pattern over here on this window. So we are not going to use any chains in this corner. We're going to place a chain over here. So we skip this block. We do this on the other side as well. Place a chain over here. As you can see, that is in line with the chains down here. And then what do we have here? We have two chains next to each other. So we are going to do this on this side as well. So one chain next to it, and on this side as well, one chain next to it. And these chains will go all the way up till you hit the smooth quartz like this. And then we are going to place this chain over here, right in the middle. So this is the middle block. Of course, there is then one space over here and one space on the other side. And this chain will be 4 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have one block space up here. This one will not go all the way to the top and will stop like this. Just like down here. So this is the exact same copy or exact same design, but then up here. So just simply copy all these chain designs from down here up to this window. So this whole design should go up here. And these chain designs over here should go up here. Same for this window up here. And you get it for this window as well and this window as well up here. Oh, and for this window, of course, we don't have a line over here of the sandstone. So in this case, we can actually place 2 chains instead of 1 line. As you can see, we have only 1 line down here and this one has 2 lines. In this case, we can actually do 2 lines. So for this window, it is 1 block. This is block 1. We skip that one, place a chain over here, chain above, and skip this block and then a chain above that as well. So we have 1 space down of up here and go across with these chains. And just basically copy the same design down here. So these vertical chains that you see over here should also be up here, but then of course on the inside. So do this and just copy what's down here up there. So if you did that right, it should look like this. So we have the same design from down here up here. And on this side as well, what we have down here is up here as well. Same for this window and same for these 2 windows and these 2 windows. And of course, this window we did together. So if you did it right, it then should look like this. And it looks absolutely amazing. So next step, before we actually are going to make the doors over here, I want to do some extra detail work. And what we are going to use is the sandstone walls. And just like we did down here, we are also going to place some sandstone walls up here on this ridge. But we are not going to use the upside down stairs, so just the sandstone walls. And in this corner, on the front of the house, on this corner, we are going to place a sandstone wall on here and on the other side like this. Then we go all the way across to this corner over here and we do the exact same thing. So in this corner, 1 sandstone wall over here and 1 next to it like this. Then over here we have a doorway and this is a pretty big doorway. So what we will do is a sandstone wall over here and over here on this block, just for extra detail. Then in this corner we will do the exact same thing as in that other corner. So in this corner, a sandstone wall on this side and on this side. Then we go all the way across to this corner over here of the house and we do the exact same thing. 1 sandstone wall over here and 1 sandstone wall over here. And that just gives a little bit of extra detail, which looks really, really good. So now we are actually going to work on the doors. So first of all, just like we did down here, it is easier to fill in this place with glass first. And then just break where you want the door to be. So what we are going to do is we are just going to fill in this with glass. Very simple. Just fill it all in with glass. Like this. Then we want a door right in the middle. And we are going to break 1, 2, and 3 glass blocks like this. So this will be the doorway just like down here. Then we are going to place the actual doors, and this will be a little bit different because it is nicer to have 2 doors over here, or to give it the effect as if it has 2 doors. So how are we going to do this is by using some gray stained glass panes, and we're going to place 1 glass pane over here and 1 above. And we are going to do this on the other side as well. So 1 over here, we skip this block, and 1 glass pane like this. Then we take the birch fence, and we are going to place a birch fence right in between these 2 glass panes. So now when we look from a distance, it looks like it has 2 doors, even though the gap is just 1 block wide. So that looks pretty good. Now the chain design, we are going to place a chain over here. So we skip the first block and we place a chain, and we are going to do this on the other side as well. So skip this block and place a chain right above that. Then we skip 1 block again and we place a chain, and this chain can go all the way across like this. And then we go 1 up and we place a chain right above that. So there is a gap up here, but we are going to place a chain right above this line of chains. And we are going to make them across like this as well. So if you did that right, you should have this. Then we go to the inside. And from the inside, first of all, it is easier to place the trapdoors. And again, just like with all the other windows or doors, we are going to place dark oak trapdoors. And when you open them, they should be flush with these glass blocks. So 1 should be over here. And 1 should be on the other side, and if you open them up, it then should look like this. So they in the same line as these 2 down here. Then of course we are going to make them all the way up till we hit the smooth quartz. And if you did that right and open them up like this, you should then end up with this. Then we take the chains and we are going to place a chain in this corner and in this corner, and these will also go all the way up to the smooth quartz block that we placed up here and on this side as well, like this. Then we take the dark oak trapdoor again and we go to this glass block over here, right above the doorway or the opening, the door opening, and we are going to place a trapdoor on the top side of that block like this. So not on this block, but on this block, on the top side of this block like this. And there you go. Now we have a nice doorway towards this nice little balcony. So for now, the whole house is done. With the exception of the roof, of course, but everything down here is now completely done. And now we are actually going to start with the roof. And we are going to start on the left side of this building. So this is the front. Then we go to the left side and we are going to this corner over here. And what we are going to do is we are going to count from this corner over here, this sandstone stair, this upside down stair. And we are going to count 1, 2, and we place a stair, a dark prismarine stair on top of here. Then we make a corner like this. So we are going towards the inside of the building. And what we are going to do is we are going to use the dark prismarine stair and we are going to count 1. This is stair 1, stair 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. So a strip of 12 stairs like this. So leave it like that for now. And what we are going to do is we are going to basically follow this whole line around until we end up over here. So we are just using this stair. And what we are going to do is we are going with this stair all the way around. So as you can see, we keep 1 block in front of the stairs. So no stair will be over here, but 1 block back like this. And we are just going to follow this whole shape of the building all the way around till you end up over there. So just do this like this and then make the corner like so, and then go further, make the corner over here. You get the idea. So just do something like this all the way around till you end up somewhere over here. So you end up over here then, if you do that right. which looks a bit weird, but I will explain what we are going to do. It's a bit weird, as I said, but the reason that we do it like this is because it's much easier to make the actual roof and then put the windows into it instead of making the roof with the windows itself, because that's a lot harder. So if you do this in survival, it's really easy to actually first just make the roof and then later down the line just break some blocks and actually create the windows. Anyway, we have done this and we ended over here. So what we are going to do is we are going from this corner where we ended and we actually make this into a corner stair like so. And then we continue all the way till we actually end up over there. So just go with the stairs like this until you are over here. And now this will be a complete corner. So if you do it right, you should have this complete corner. These two should be corner stairs and then you get this shape. If you did it right, it then should look like this. It looks a bit weird right now, but don't worry, it will look better at the end. So the next step is pretty easy. What we are going to do is we are going one stair up. So just place a stair like this somewhere over here. And what we are going to do is basically just follow this line again and just place a lot of these stairs again. So one more stair up over here to create the roof, and we are going to do this, what we do over here, all the way around. So doesn't really matter where you start, just go all the way around like this, also around here, and with just one more stair block up here and like this. So if you did it right, then we have one more layer like this. And that will basically be the roof. It's a very small roof compared to the building, but it looks good. It looks pretty good. So if you did it right, you should end up with this. So the next step is incredibly easy. We are going to take the gray concrete and we are just going to fill in this roof with the gray concrete on this level between all these stairs that we just placed, and just fill in this whole roof or this whole like opening what we have with the gray concrete, like so. So now we have a nice closed off roof. Next step, we are going to use the stone brick slabs. And what we are going to do is we are going to make a small border on top of this roof. It makes it look a little bit better. So we use the stone brick slab. And what we are going to do is we are just going to follow these stairs right here. So we're just going to make a row of these slabs all the way around. So as you can see, I placed them on top of the gray concrete, not on top of the stairs over here, just behind the stairs, on top of here. Just go all the way around. Also place these corners like this. So don't break these, but you can actually place one in these inner corners as well. And just go all the way around. Now we've done that, and there is actually something wrong, because there will be a big window over here, and with that, this row of these slabs will actually be shifted over by one block. So actually you can leave these away or break them like this and just leave this open for now. I know I just told you to make the border, but only for this part we have to actually shift it by one block because there will be a big window over here. And I think that that's the next step that we should do. Make this window and maybe all the other windows as well. So to make the big window over here, we will start with the sandstone walls. And what we are going to do is we are going to these two stairs over here, these two corners over here. Next to this corner over here, we are going to place a sandstone wall over here. So not on this block, but one block back. Same on the other side as well. So between this corner and this corner there will be a sandstone wall over here and here. They both will be 2 blocks high, so place another one on top. And then a smooth sandstone stair on top, facing this way, and the other one facing the other way. So if you do that right, one should face like this, the other one should face the other way around. Then smooth sandstone, and we are going to place smooth sandstone between these 2 stairs, like this. So now we have a nice little arch where the window will be. Then what we are going to do is we are going behind these 2 slabs and we place a dark prismarine slab over here and on the other side as well, like this. And then one more as well. So we have 4 of these slabs like this against these sandstone slabs. Then we are going to use the stairs, prismarine stairs, and we place one prismarine stair over here and one next to it. So now it's nice and curved like this. Then with the prismarine stair, we are also going to place one stair against this stair, the sandstone stair, and one next to it. And we do this on the other side as well. So 1 and 2 like this. And then we basically have to fill this part over here because this looks very ugly. So what you can do is break this stair and replace them with the actual blocks. So just replace them with the actual dark prismarine blocks until you have this. We do this on the other side as well. So break these two stairs over here and replace them with blocks and just fill in this little gap so we don't have any gaps over here. So if you did that right, then we have this weird window sitting over here. But of course, it looks a bit weird over here, so we are going to change that. So what we are going to do is we are first going to place some gray concrete. And we are going to place 2 gray concrete right here inside the window like this. And then we are going to break these stairs over here so we can actually look inside the house like this. Now these windows are just for decorational purpose, so you cannot really go in or look out of it, or well, in this case look inside the house maybe a little bit, but these are just for decoration actually, so they have not really any function, but we still want it to look pretty good. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the stained glass, the gray stained glass, and between these 2 gray concrete blocks and the 2 gray concrete blocks that we just placed, we place the actual gray stained glass like this. Then in front of that we place 2 iron bars. Now that concludes this big window. But the problem is that these blocks that goes inside look a little bit weird or out of place. So what we are going to do is we are going to shorten this, or basically we are going to make this corner over here a little bit shorter, or we are going to place it 1 block back basically. So we actually went in too far, and to actually make it work we are going to break this corner over here, this stair over here, this stair over here, and this stair over here. Basically this stair over here will be the corner immediately, and this one will go like so and go inwards like this. Looks a bit weird, but we are of course going to close off this little hole with just a normal dark prismarine block right behind it like this. So as you can see, we shifted over this corner a little bit back, and we are going to do this with this side as well. So again, we are going to break this one and this one, these 2 stairs, this stair and this stair, and we are just going to redo it. Basically, these 2 stairs we leave like this. From this stair we go one out to make the corner, and then immediately make the corner again like this. And then place the dark prismarine right behind it to close that little gap. And that looks a little bit better. So now we have these 2 holes over here, and that looks a bit weird. So we are going to actually place gray concrete on both sides like this. And we take the stone brick slabs and we continue those stone brick slabs like so. So they will be attached to these 2 stairs over here. So if you did that right, you should then end up with something like this. Now we are going to make the smaller windows, and those smaller windows are all the same, so it's pretty easy to replicate them all the way around. But to make it easy, we are going to start at the back of the house, and we are going to one of these 2 windows over here, and we are going to find the middle block. So from this window, this one block is the middle block. As you can see, we have 2 blocks over here, we have 2 blocks over there. So try to find the middle of this window, then go up and place a sandstone wall on one side of that middle block and on the other side like this. So as you can see, right in the middle of this window. Then we place those sandstone walls on top of these upside down sandstone stairs. So over here, then just like this window, we place actually another layer of these sandstone walls. So we have 2 sandstone walls on top of each other like this. Then we place a smooth sandstone slab on top of both of them like this. And a upside down sandstone, a smooth sandstone stair. And that's a bit hard to place, so basically place a full block over here, then place an upside down smooth sandstone stair like this, break this block and replace it with a slab. That's the easiest way to actually place this one upside down. So if you do it right, then you should have this little window or this border over here. But of course we have to make it a window. So what we are going to do is we are going to break the stairs right behind this frame. So these two stairs, and also these two stairs, like this. Then we are going to place dark prismarine blocks 1 and 2 behind these sandstone walls. So 2 blocks over here and then another 2 blocks like this. And we do this on the other side as well. So 1, 2 and 1, 2. And then we use the dark prismarine slabs, and right against these bricks that we just placed, these brick slabs, we place 2 of these dark prismarine slabs like this. And now we have a nice little window. So we only missed the glass and some iron bar. So what we are going to do is place the glass and we place them on top of the gray concrete. So not over here, but 1 block back, 2 of these glass blocks and then iron bars in front of it like this. And that's basically the window. So this is the complete design of every window that will be around this house. This one was the only exception. So we are going to recreate this window over here as well, right in the middle of this window over here. So find the center of the window, which is over here, and we place one of these windows over here as well. And because I just showed you how to make it, I'm not going to show every single window because they're all exactly the same. I'm only going to show you where they actually have to be. So one will be over here. Then we go around this corner and we find the middle of this window over here, which is this block. And one of these windows will be over here. So right in the center of this window, like this. Over here will be a window, but let's first go to the front of the house to make it a little bit easier. Again, find the middle, which is pretty easy. This door is exactly the middle or exactly the center of this big window over here. And we are going to place a window over here. Same for this window over here. We are finding the middle block or the center of the window, which is this block right here. Right above that, we are going to place a window as well. Then we go to the other side of the house, this side. And we are going to find the middle of this roof. So not this window, because this window is shifted, as you can see. It's not exactly in the center of this roof over here. So we are actually going to make it in the center of this roof and not of this window. So if you look at these stone brick slabs over here, we are going to find the middle stone brick slab, which is this one right here. Then we go down. And we are actually going to make the window right there in the center of this roof, basically. So we will have a window over here, over there, over there, over there, over here, one over there. Then we will do a window over here as well at the big window, this big window over on this side of the house. And again, finding the middle one, finding the middle block of this window, go up. And we are going to place a window right here. So we are only missing one more, which is on that side of the house. And we are just going to copy it from this side. So to make it symmetrical, it's nice if this window is symmetrically on the other side of the house over there. So again, find this middle block or the middle block of these slabs. Then go all the way to the other side. Just follow that middle block, which is this one. And then go down and we place one on each side these sandstone walls like this. Of course, we don't break this slab, but just to make it easier. So now we have the windows over here. So if you did that right, we have a window over there, one over on this side, one over here, one over there, which is exactly symmetrical from the other side. We have a window over here, window over there, one window over there, and we are back at this window. So all of these will have the exact same design as this little window that we just created over here. So just make the exact same window on all these places I just showed you. So if you did that right, you should have all of these windows and they're all exactly the same. And if you place them correctly, it then should look like this from above. And that looks absolutely amazing. So let's finish up the roof and then we have to finish this last door. But first I think we should actually finish the roof. And for that we are going to use gray carpet. Now this is a trick that I actually did not use in any other buildings, and in this case it actually looks pretty cool. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the gray carpet and we are going to place the gray carpet on top of all of these stairs. Except for over here, because this is a full block, so only on the stairs. So if you do that right, you should just leave this block and then go with the gray carpet on top of these stairs, like this. Just go around the whole place. And as you can see, this is a full block, so we leave this. We leave this on the other side as well, and then we go with the gray carpet against this window. And then over here we do the exact same thing, like this. This is a full block, so we leave that over here as well. And then with gray carpet around. This is also a full block, so we leave that. And then we go with gray carpet all the way around. Again, same thing. So with all these windows, we just leave these full blocks and we go around with carpet. And we just do that to make a really nice border. So it's very easy, just place them on top of all of these stairs. Go all the way around over here as well. So just go all the way like this. And all the way like this. And if you did it right, then we have this. So from the top, the roof looks a little bit bigger. From the side, it has a really nice little overhang that is just about noticeable. And it looks very, very great. So to finish up the roof, we need some little spikes, some little details on top of the roof to make it a little bit better or looking better. And for that, we use the stone brick slabs or the full blocks, doesn't really matter. First of all, we are going to the front of the house, which is this side. And we go to this corner over here. And we place a block of the stone bricks right in this corner over here with an iron bar on top, like this. Then we go to the left of the building over here. And we go to these two corners and we do the exact same thing. So within this corner, we place a block and we place another block on this side. And with iron bars on top, like this. Then we go to this part over here. I mean, instead of placing a block behind this line of slabs, we actually place another slab on top of this slab in this corner and in this corner as well. So now we have two full blocks basically. And we place iron bars on top of these as well. Then we have this part over here, the back of the building, and we place one full block within this corner. And on the other side as well within this corner. So not on top of the other slabs, but just in this corner and in that corner. And again, place iron bars on top. And now we finish up the whole roof. So the last thing that we have to do is this door and window over here. Because now it's just a really big hole. And we should finish that up. So first of all, let's just fill in this place with glass, just like we did with all the other things. So within this border of gray concrete, we are going to place the gray stained glass all the way to the top. So fill in this whole space over like this. Then we go actually break the blocks where we want the door. And we want a door of 2 wide. So the 2 middle blocks will go away and 1 block up and another block like this. So 3 blocks up and 2 blocks wide, a gap like this. Then we are going to place the door and we are going to place it on the right side. And we place a line of these gray stained glass panes, like so. Then go out by 1 and 2 on the bottom and 1 and 2 on the top. Only 1 in the middle, and then the last one will be the birch fence, just like we did down over here. So now we have a nice fake door of glass right here. So now we are going to use the chains to make the little decoration within the window. And first of all, let's start from the bottom. The first block we are going to skip, and on the second block we place a chain horizontally like this. We do this on the other side as well, of course. Then we go above the door, so we go 2 blocks up and we go across with the chains like so. So just above the door. Then 1 block up, we do the exact same thing. So if you did that right, we have 1 block of space from the top, then chain, chain, 1 block of space, chain, 1 block of space, like this, from the top to the bottom. So if you did that right, you should end up with this design. Then we are going to use the deep slate tile slabs. That's a thing that we only use on the back, nowhere else in the building, but we are going to use the deep slate tile slabs. And what we are going to do is we go all the way to the top of the window over here, and right beneath all these stairs and all these sandstone blocks, we are going to place from one of these corners 1, 2, 3 and 4 of these slabs sticking outwards. We do this on the other side as well, like so. And then we connect it and we're just going to fill in this space like so. So if you did that right, we have a 4 by 4 block or slabs of the deep slate tile slab here above this door, like this. So we are almost done with the build. The only thing that we have to do is do the inside. So as we can see over here at the door, we have some trapdoors on the inside, just like all the other doors. And we also have to do that over here. So we go to the inside, we take the dark oak trapdoor, and what we are going to do is just like all the other doors, right at the edge of this glass, we are going to place trapdoors. So you have to look this way, then place them, and place a few. And as you can see, when you open them up, they are flush with this glass block over here. So they are not on this side of the block, but they are on this side of the block, on this first block. This will go all the way to the top. So place a few more all the way to the top like this, and do this on the other side as well. So all the way to the top. It's a bit hard to see. It's pretty dark in the house, of course. So hopefully you can see what I do. So we made trapdoors from the bottom all the way to the top against this glass block, and it's flush with this glass block right here. Then we are going to use the chains, and the chains we are going to place on the top over here. So we have 2 blocks of space, and on those 2 blocks we are going to place chains, not just 1, but 2 right underneath each other, like this. If you did that right, then you have 2 chains over here, 2 chains over there, and then we place trapdoors right beneath that, like this. So if you did that right, then you should end up with this design, and actually that is the whole build. And there you have it. We have completed this whole build and it looks absolutely amazing. It looks absolutely amazing, especially with all the detail. Even though it's pretty modern, it looks very, very good. So that's the end of the tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed the world download of this world with all the other builds in this world will be down in the description. If this is the first project you have watched of my channel, then go check out the rest of my videos. I have a lot of these kind of tutorials out there, so go check them out. Be sure to leave a like if you like this and consider to subscribe. That would help me out a lot. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed and I see you guys in the next project, in the next video. So bye bye.